do you remember most about that last trip you took to this building back in November?
Yeah, obviously it was pretty nuts, but good game. I'm sure it was fun to watch, but came out on top on that one. Hopefully do that again tonight.
They've added Timo Meyer. How much does that change the complexion of their roster?
I think it just obviously adds to it. You already know they got a lot of skilled guys over there who can make plays, come quick to the neutral zone, and when they get in your O-zone, really move the puck around well, get to the net, find ways off the wall. So he just adds to that. We just got to make sure we play our way. We're closing quickly in the D-zone and playing fast as well.
What's it like playing with Alex? Obviously, you've done it before, but what does he bring to your line?
Yeah, he's great. I think him and Bunce are somewhat similar, and making plays and finding ways off the wall. Both responsible in the D zone, so I don't think not much really changes there. It's just different name, different number. That's really it.
What's your take on losing Ryan? I mean, he just gets here basically, and another Leaf injury that you guys have been dealing with all year.
Yeah, I mean, injuries are part of this game, so it's unfortunate, but it happens. Like we've been saying all year, when this stuff happens, next guy up. So that's how it's got to be again. And obviously, it's a piece that we added that's very important to our team. But it's unfortunate that it happened, and we just got to make sure we keep getting better and better throughout these days, and making sure we're doing the right things. And whoever's up next, be ready for it.
This has been a long, grueling road trip.
Good, man. We got one last match. It's a big one. We want to make sure we end this thing off right. We got a great competitive team over there on the other side that is going to test us. So, it's going to be a challenge for us that we got to make sure we're ready for.
What makes Hughes such a dangerous guy to play against?
I think just his looseness, making plays. Very good at making people think where he's going one way and kind of switches up in the last second. And I think it's been a lot of fun for a lot of people to watch, because I know a lot of people did doubt him early, and it's good to see him having the year he is, because I think a lot of people did realize he was as skilled and talented as well in the league, and he's showing it now. So for us, like I said, it's just making sure we're doing the right things. We're staying above, trying not to give too much space or time, and closing quickly.
Do you feel there's any similarities between your two games, you and Jack?
I think you can make the comparable. Guys that want the puck in their hands to make plays can kind of see the ice and, kind of make you think you're doing one thing and you're doing something else. So, like I said, I think it's been great that the year he's having, and, I think he's showing a lot of people to really kind of shut up. So, good for him. But, like I said, we're playing against him. So we got to make sure we take all those options away. We're getting back quickly and not giving too many freebies up.
What sort of response are you guys looking for coming off Saturday?
Just a full 60. I don't think we played really bad in that game. Just obviously what happened on that power play is unacceptable by all of us, and we take full responsibility for it. But I think we just got to find ways to get to the net more, find ways to get off the wall more, and try to give ourselves better options around the net.
What sparked Mitch's dishes? How did that come together?
I order food quite a bit, I guess. So, skip the dishes is something I use a lot. So, got a call about it, and, they just asked if I wanted to do it, and I was all in for it. So, I guess that's kind of how it all went down.
Any recommendations for people ordering?
I don't know. My burger's pretty good. The bacon cheeseburger, I'm a big fan of that one. I actually saw Zeus got a burger too, so I'm pretty fired up about that one. But I don't know. It's mostly kind of just bar food, just quick ordering stuff, but it's all pretty good.
What's on Zeus's burger?
I honestly don't know. Okay. My fiance sent it to me, but she sent it to me a couple days ago. I haven't even seen the menu yet, really, because we haven't been home. But I just got all the options. But it looks pretty good too. From last, I kind of took a peek at it.
I know it was in the ad, but is it true you're not a cilantro fan?
Yeah, not really. I don't know. I'm just an easygoing guy with meals. I like to keep it plain and simple, and I usually keep it kind of the same whenever I'm eating.
Dishes when you get back to Toronto?
Honestly, this is the first I've heard about it, so I don't know exactly where I find out about it, but yeah, I'll be all over it.
What sort of response are you guys looking for coming off Saturday?
Yeah, obviously it's not the result we're looking for, and we got a really good opportunity back end of a road trip, battling some adversity and things like that against a good team to have a good result and feel good about ourselves.
How do you guys stay fit or whatever into the game when it's a long trip like this? It's 5 games. It's both coasts. What's that like?
Yeah, it's difficult. Obviously, when you're changing time zones and things like that, it messes with your sleep schedule a little bit. So I think that's a big emphasis, is just trying to make sure you get as much sleep as you can and make sure you're resting the body and be prepared to compete.
Is it weird coming back from the West? I mean, is it easier going there, I guess, than coming back?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's easier going there. You might have a couple early mornings going there, but I think it's better than coming here and then not being able to sleep until later in the night. But for me personally, it's been fine coming back. So I think we'll be fine.
Your thoughts on all the help that Kyle got for the blue line in particular?
Yeah, I think all the new guys have looked really good. It gives us a lot of options and kind of gives us a different look as well. So I think that's great. And obviously we've lost O'Reilly here for about a month or so, but I think the additions on forward have been good as well.
What stands out to you about Timo Meier?
He's super skilled, really good player, shifty, good shooter, good with the puck. So, he adds another element to a Devils team that was already very talented.
What do you remember about that game here last time with everything?
I remember it was a hard-fought battle. I remember a couple disallowed goals.
3.
So, 3 to be exact, and a little bit of a disgruntlement out of the fans. But it was a fun game and a lot of intensity, and those are the games you want to be a part of.
You ever been part of something like that in particular?
No, that was pretty crazy. I'm thinking back on it. I had actually forgotten about it until I was just talking to the media guy about it, and he was saying, there might be a couple questions about that. But thinking back on it, that was kind of a crazy moment, but also fun to be a part of in a way.
How? You guys were dodging beer. In what way was that
I don't
fun?
know. It's a good story, if nothing else.
Did you come close to getting hit? Do you recall? I think some of the guys I were thinking back then.
Yeah. Well, I remember at the time you're like, wow, this is crazy, whatever. But then when you really think about it, it could be dangerous if you got a full beer coming from the second row or whatever. So at that point, we're like, we should probably get off the ice.
Have you ever been through anything like that with the stuff getting thrown on you?
No, not specifically like that. No, that was a first for me. I don't know. Never gone back into the locker room mid-game, but it was fun and made it feel a little better that we ended up winning the game.
It's funny, you guys are saying that it was kind of fun. Like, even though you were kind of running for your lives there, what made it kind of fun?
Well, you don't want anything to be dangerous, and luckily no one was hit. Don't want people actually throwing full beer cans at guys, anything like that. But I don't know. I guess the fact that no one was hit, no one was injured, anything like that. It just made it one of those memorable nights.
Are these type of games fun for a player when you get 2 teams who want to play fast, want to play quick and offensive?
Yeah, I think that you always want to play against the best teams in the league, and these guys have proven that they're one of the best teams in the league right now. So it's a measuring stick type of game for us, and it's one that at the end of a long road trip we're going to be up for.
What stands out to you about Timo Meier and how his addition even bolsters this team?
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen them play since he's been with them, but he's a heck of a player, and they've got an already deep forward group, so that just makes them even deeper, and they've got lots of versatility in their lines where they can mix and match guys, and those top 2 centermen have really been rolling. So they're a deep offensive team, and especially off the rush, a team that you've really got to be careful with.
What do you think is working for your game? Sheldon was talking about the line changes. He feels like you're playing well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just maybe making a few more plays here and there. I'd obviously like to see some go in the net, but just trying to stick with it and do everything I can with the opportunity. I'm obviously playing with 2 of the best players in the game, so it's just about playing my game and helping them in any way I can.
Are you aware of the Mitch's Dishes thing going on back home?
Is that the skip the dishes?
Yes.
I've seen his commercials, but he's got so many going that it's hard to keep track of them all. So I don't know.
Who's got more, him or Austin?
I don't know. I think Mitch does, though.
Do you think you might order a Mitch's dish?
On Mitch's dishes?
Yeah.
Well, Morgan the great teammate that he was, he did a little deal with a pizza company earlier this year, and he got us some pizza gift cards. Mitch has got all these going on. We haven't seen anything, so we'll see. We'll see with the skipped editions.
A little hint.
Yeah.
How
No,
was
it's
the pizza for Morgan?
It was
Have you
good.
used
No,
those?
It was good.
Okay.
I haven't. Yeah.
It's been a while, but what do you remember about this Devils team, and how much more dangerous are they with Timo Meier now in the mix?
Well, obviously, I mean, it makes them certainly a lot more dangerous and kind of completes their forward group in a lot of ways. We looked at it here this morning. His addition in terms of the 5-on-5 goals that are on that line, that's the highest scoring line at even strength in the NHL. So it's got lots of potential there to be a very dangerous group, but I don't think it really changes the fact that even without Meier, this is the number one offensive team in the league here, and they've been really been playing well and dominating opponents. So what I remember playing against them is just great skill all throughout their lineup, certainly through three lines, and then their fourth group plays real hard and fast and very competitive. So they're a lot to contend with that way, but we've done a good job against them as a group, whether that's playing well ourselves and controlling play or defending well and playing hard and managing the game. So, that's more of what I expect here, but certainly the challenge is significant.
We saw John Tavares skating again today. How's he feeling? What's it looking?
Yeah, I think it's good. Nothing's changed in terms of what I said. He's not going to play tonight, and we do expect him to play on Saturday.
So with Murray back now, how do you plan to kind of juggle the two goalies? Is it a rotation? Do you look to try and get Matt going, or how are you going to handle the goalies moving forward?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think obviously we're going to use both and keep both involved. I don't know if I would say it's going to be necessarily rotation, but both guys are definitely going to play games and get involved. Right now, obviously we play today and then we don't play again until Saturday, so a bit of a lighter load that way. So Samsonov will go today, Murray will go Saturday. And then we'll just sort of take it from there as the schedule starts to really heat up again. So, it is definitely good to get Matt back. He got through the game. Like I said the other night, I thought, his stats will take a hit in a game like that. Unfortunately, because he was outstanding for us and kept us in the game and made some incredible saves throughout, and most importantly, came out of the game feeling really good and healthy. So that was the kind of the last sort of hurdle for him, is just to get into a game and all the stresses that come through playing the game that are maybe difficult to replicate in a practice. And he got through that very well. So we'll just keep progressing with him.
Any update on the Shen family?
No update. Status quo for now.
Did you get a response from the specialist, in terms of a timeline for Ryan, or is it too soon for that?
Yeah, he met with the specialist yesterday, ended up having surgery here this morning, which was, in a lot of cases, this is sort of how it goes, is just to stabilize the fracture a little bit more. Everything I was told went really well, and timeline's 4 weeks. So, we'll give him that time, of course, and like I was saying yesterday, the nature of the injury, I think we'll see him back on skates pretty quickly, and that's a good sign. And then, of course, we'll welcome him back when he's good and ready.
When you reflect on that last game in this building, maybe it's been a while, so the guys are calling it fun atmosphere, but what do you remember most about what was a wild game?
Yeah, I just thought it was wild and loud, competitive at the time. I mean, they still have lots of reason to be excited about their team here, but certainly at that time, I think, they had a good streak going at the time, and they were really rolling as a group, and the crowd was feeding off it. So I remember lots of energy in the building, and we've had a good chunk of that here throughout this trip. So certainly in Vancouver was, a loud environment and lots of energy in the building. I suspect it would be the same tonight.
Does the league get back to you or follow up on what happened with you guys having to leave the ice, or I don't know if there's anything to be done or it's just a one-off, but did you hear anything after that?
I didn't hear anything about it, no. And in fact, until you mentioned it now, I had forgotten about it.